Hey guys, it's Levi. I'm back again at my channel. I just kind of want to talk about a few things. This is kind of my second actually video that I'm doing. I want to talk a little bit about my faith, testimony, and kind of just how I keep growing every single day closer and closer to God. So without further ado, let's go. Hey guys, alright. So it's kind of funny because my fiance, she kind of brought up, hey, you should do a video, kind of talk a little bit more about your faith, a little bit more about your testimony. And she's right. It's important. It is something that is key in my life. It is number one. It comes before everything, really. God is most important. And so I feel like with that being said, He's most important, so I should put Him in my content, and I'm going to. You know, I was adopted, I think back when I was 7 years old. I was adopted into a great loving family. I love them. I know they love me. It's been a struggle at times. It is definitely a leap of faith a lot of times. Growing closer to God, being with my family, and knowing that they care about me, knowing that they love me, and that, you know, it really means something. I was adopted from a not good home to a wonderful home and a wonderful family, and I know they love me and I know they care about me. They do, they always have. And I think in turn that really just has me grow closer and closer to God. Because really, if you have a family who loves God, parents who love God, they're going to teach their kids the right thing. They're going to teach their kids to love God, to trust God, to obey God. God is the center of our lives. He should be the center of our lives. He should be the most important thing, the first thing we think of when we wake up, the last thing we think of when we go to sleep. So important. And so I think it's important that I cover this in my content of my videos. So like I said, I was adopted. My family took great care of me. I was actually saved. I think I was saved actually when I was 8, or I think it might have been 7, honestly. But I know I was saved. I gave my life to God, and I said, Lord, take me. I was younger then, but still, I knew I was saved. I actually loved to read my Bible. I would dig into the Word. I would just focus and I would love to read the Bible. It was so important to me. My mom would even say, man, Levi loves reading his Bible, and I do. It is important to do that. And you know what? This is kind of where our testimony comes in. Ever since all the way till about 16 or 17, I felt like I was growing closer to God. I felt like, man, I wanted the Word. I wanted to read the Bible. In fact, I read the Bible. This isn't bragging or anything, but I read the Bible straight through from A to Z, Genesis, all the way to Revelations in 1 year. I completed it. And in fact, when I was doing it, my dad said, hey, I'll give you $100 New Year's Eve if you do it. I wasn't doing it for the money, obviously, but it was a good incentive, and it was like, okay, I think I'm going to keep doing this, So I did. It was wonderful because it actually fed me. It actually made me feel closer to God, and I loved it all the time. Around 16, I started kind of going down the wrong path. I started, not doing exactly what I should have been doing, honestly. Kind of rebelling against my parents. I was doing what they told me not to do. Not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. I'll be up front here. I was in a relationship I should not have been. It was very bad. Very unhealthy. Very ungodly. It really was. I don't think it brought character to me. I don't think it grew me in any kind of way. It actually didn't. It actually drew me further from my parents because they told me don't do that. And I did. And unfortunately, that's one of the things that I regret. A big thing I regret. That person is actually who I lost my virginity to. I hate that. It's not good. I never brag about that. It's part of my testimony. With God's grace and love, that time, about 16. There's this program, International Alert Academy. I went to International Alert Academy. It was great. I loved it. Wonderful training. Basic training is amazing. Grew me closer to God. Grew me closer to my friends. I broke down so many times, and I just cried and bawled my eyes out to God. And it tore me apart in a good way. I went through there. One night I actually rededicated my life to God. And I said, Lord, I fell off track. I need to get back on track again. I need to follow you again. I need to trust you all over again. And I did. And with God's grace and God's love, He openly brought me back into His arms. And that's amazing thing about God, guys. He just doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what sins you commit. He's always willing to His arms are open for you. He loves you. It is. It's very, it's wonderful to see that. At the age of around, got out of basic training. I got out of alert when I was in 2018, end of 2000 or beginning, I think. Got out, moved to Columbia, Missouri. Joined the fire department there. Loved it. It was great. Good time, good opportunity to learn, to grow. Found a great church there. A wonderful church. I loved it, and here I'm living in Fort Wayne now. It's great. I'm with my fiance. I don't think I could be any happier. It's amazing being here and just being with her, being able to grow together. So anyway, that's kind of what this video is about, guys. Just kind of my life story a little bit. It's not details right now or anything, but kind of just my testimony a little bit. I think that's important to do, and I want to do a video on that, and that's what that was. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, if you like it, if you want more of this, I'm hoping to do more videos here like this and whatnot. You can drop a like, leave a comment if you like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time.